Hello, welcome. Welcome to a lovely Tuesday, which kind of feels like a Monday. I hope that you're doing well tonight. It is 6:30 where I am, probably later in the day wherever you are. Hope that you guys had a nice long weekend and that you got up to some nice family time, relaxation, ate some good food, did some simple living for a few days, and that you don't feel too bummed about being back in the swing of things. Let's try to make that our focus, to bring it back into something simple, connecting, breathing, stretching, just being present makes a big difference, especially if we've really enjoyed our weekend and we're kind of yearning for that to come back. So that is what we will get into today. For a stretch, for some time, we are doing, as we always do every Tuesday, a 30-minute stretching for all levels, which means that we can stretch our full body, getting into our legs, our arms, our spine. We'll do a little warm up, followed by 20 or so minutes of like the bulk of the activity, and then a slow, progressive cool down, just hanging out in a position or two for an extended period of time. Yoga, like we always have, is have water whenever you want. Take water sips as you wish. I probably won't cue you for water. It's not going to be a sweaty class unless you're in a hot room like I am. But typically when we stretch and push into positions for longer periods of time, it usually doesn't feel so good when you have a belly full of water. So I try to avoid that myself, but do whatever feels right. You're in charge. That's kind of the most important part of all these live workout classes, is that I can't see what you're doing, and I don't know how your day was. I don't know how your mood is, how your sleep was, what you ate. So you need to take all that into consideration and work at a level that feels right for you. If you ever have any questions about any of the postures that we do, like how to make it work for your body more, just send me a message. I'm pretty easygoing. I like to think I'm pretty easy to talk to. So you're very welcome to do that in an email or send it to me on Pointagram. And other than that, I feel like we can probably just get started. One final thing is that we give away $50 once a week. You probably noticed, if you're a regular, that Sarah and I alternate that role. So you probably have caught on to the fact that I'll be giving out $50 either today or tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We have a workout, which will be just a body weight exercise kind of training session. That's at 6:30. And then Sarah always does her nutrition on Thursdays at 7 o'clock Central Time. Okay, let's do it. Let's get into this. Let's just check my floor situation. Lower this just a tiny bit. I have a big window open. It's very hot. Hopefully you can hear some birdies. Okay. It's very bright. How can I get out of the light for a little while? I'm going to stay way back here. Sorry if I'm a little far away. That'll change probably about 5-10 minutes when the sun changes. Okay, let's, just like I said, let's take it down a bunch of notches. If we feel a little bit anxious, a little bit overwhelmed by today, feeling like an avalanche, feeling maybe tired, feeling like we didn't get as much sleep as we wish we had, or we're just in that kind of malaise of extended long weekend kind of feeling vibe. Feet underneath your hips, arms relaxed, totally relaxed. You can give them a few little wiggles if you want. Get all the tension out of your hands. Let go of your laptop, typewriter, or keyboard is, I guess, the proper term. Your steering wheel, your cell phone, your cutlery. Just relax your hands. Let go of all that tension in there. Let's do just a few shoulder rolls. So we'll go a few in one direction followed by the other. So making big sweeping shapes, circular shapes with your shoulders. You will probably feel cracks and pops or just like a grinding feeling. That's okay, as long as it doesn't hurt and it doesn't feel painful. Go in the other direction. Make them as big as you can. Really kind of work for those circles. Releasing any tension that's going on in your neck, shoulders, arms, spine. Let's do one more in this direction. Good. Let's just make some bigger circles with our arms. Really spread your fingers apart here. Like I had just said, like we spend so much time with our hand kind of closed and our wrist kind of folded and flexed. So open your hand, spread your fingers out, make some big old circles here, as big as you can make them. Notice that like the bigger you try to make your circles, it starts to become a spinal movement as well. Go some circles in the opposite direction. And again, we're just hanging out, being present in our body, trying to like relax our mind away from what we're doing after this or how work was today or what we're doing already on the next weekend. Letting all that just take a quiet seat for a moment. All right, relax your arms down by your side. Let's do some shoulder up to your ear squeezes. So we'll do like 5 seconds hold. We'll start with just shoulders going up and down, like squeezing the traps and the neck and shoulder muscles. And then we'll extend it down and start to make fists and like really get all the tension out of our arms. So let's start with just shoulder squeezes straight up to your ears. Squeeze all that together like you're just gently kind of sandwiching that space. Good squeeze. Take a breath in here, and then on your exhale, you're gonna let go. Breathing in, drop your shoulders, exhale, maybe do a little sigh. I know sighing feels awkward and weird, but by the third one, it feels pretty good. So let's do some more of those so we don't feel weird. Just get through the awkward ones and get into the good ones. Squeeze the shoulders up, 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 up. Take a breath in, and exhale. And really feel like that sends a wave of calm through your body. May feel like it just like pushes this feeling of relaxation down to your fingertips. Let's do one more like that, and then we'll bring in the squeezes. So squeeze up just the shoulders to the ears, repeating this for the third time. Inhale and exhale. Nice. 2 more, and let's like just tense everything in our upper limb. So everything that we can, tense it from the fingertips. So squeeze your shoulders up to your ears, make fists, contract your biceps, your forearm muscles, squeeze it all. Squeeze, 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 and take an inhale. And exhale, let all that go, open your hands. Feels so good. Let's do that again. This will be our last time. Okay, so squeezing everything. Fists, triceps, biceps, forearms, upper traps, neck muscles. Inhale and exhale, sigh. All right, very good. Let's do some neck circles now. So let's just finish off with neck circles in this area. Feels really good to get this all out. So you can make a full-on circle if you want, if it feels good in your neck. If it doesn't, don't do it. You're gonna drop one ear heavy, just drag your chin to chest, other ear towards the same side shoulder. At this point, if you don't wanna go all the way around, don't. Just go back the way that you came. And just making the shapes that feel good in your body, hanging out in that kind of extended, real good side bend where you get a nice good pull into your neck muscles. We'll go one more time in each direction. All right, that feels pretty good and complete. Head stacked on top of your body again. Let's just start moving our spine. Okay, so we're going to start to move our spine kind of from the top of the rib cage down to the tailbone, pelvic floor area. You're going to spread your fingers wide, open those hands up, spread and get some space in between your palms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. This also feels like lifting and extending your chest up. Squeeze all the muscles in your back. Really feel like everything is just squeezing down and in. Get your lats going, your rhomboids going, get all those rotator cuff muscles moving. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna interlock your fingers, straighten out your elbows, and spread your shoulder blades apart, AKA like flex and round your spine. It feels so good to like overdo this position, get some nice space in between the vertebrae, and then let's open up, extend where we came from, palms open, spread your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then interlock your fingers, straighten your elbows, make yourself into a nice rounded hunch shape. Give yourself bad posture. Be cool with that for a moment. Actually, it's pretty good to be here. It stretches a lot of stuff out. One more time. Squeeze. Really feel like your shoulders are away from your ears here. Or like the opposite of where we just were. And then fingers interlock, extend, spread. Good, and let all that go. Let all that just relax. Okay, feeling really good in my spine. Let's get into like the lower half, our hips, this kind of area, into our glutes. How are we gonna stretch that out? Just standing here for a moment. Let's just work on our balance. Let's do a bunch of things at once. Let's lean into our left leg, pick up our right leg, grab our knee, pull it in close. As you get there, you'll probably feel just a gentle stretch into the back of the leg, like back of your bum. Take this time to roll out your foot. Do some good foot rolls in both directions, making sure that you're not just moving the ankle or the foot, you're getting your toes involved, like it's a very, all the joints doing some stuff, very involved. And you can put that leg down, stand on two legs, and lean on your right leg. Once you get your weight there, grab your knee, pull it in as close as you can, get that kind of stretch feeling. Even if you don't get a good stretch, it feels really good to just close off the front of the hip like that. It's really good for your circulation, for your fluids, your lymphatic system. Wiggle your foot around a bunch of different directions. Awesome. Put that down. Stand on two legs again. And just take 3 breaths here. Okay, just tone it down. Take it down another notch. Just take 3 really low abdominal kind of belly breathing. Feel like you're inflating like a party balloon, really low in your abdomen. It's filling up at the back, sides, front. And relax your arms after all that work. Don't tense them now. 3 just full breaths. Nice long inhale. Nice long exhale. One more. All right, that all feels pretty good. Okay, let's do a little bit of like active leg engagement just to get our legs a little bit warm so we can stretch them out in a more beneficial way. I just go like totally white, don't I? Okay, hopefully that will change shortly. So what I want you to do, sorry, I just want my thing to come into focus. There we go. So what I would like you to do is I want you to stand at the front of your mat or in a way that you have a lot of space behind you. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into a pretty common posture in yoga called warrior pose. We'll use warrior pose to just get a little bit of heat going, and then we'll get back to some good old stretching. So how are we going to do that? Feet are underneath your hips, like I often say. Take a nice big step back with your left leg. Nice big step with your left leg so that you have your right knee and your right foot didn't go anywhere. They're still facing the top of your mat. Your back leg, which is your left leg, is totally straight. And those toes are facing the long edge of your mat, meaning like your feet are perpendicular. They're going in the opposite. They're going like 90 degrees to each other rather than opposite. You have your front knee that is bent. You have your back leg that is straight. You have your pubic bone, belly button, sternum, nose that is facing this long edge of the mat. Your arms are parallel with the ground, and your face is looking towards the front of the mat, looking over your right fingers. Okay, we're just gonna stay here for a moment. And then we'll do some just simple movements with our in and out of this position with our breath. To really get some energy going. I want you to make sure that your right knee is not driving inwards. Keep your whole foot on the ground. Really feel the stability of rooting with your feet. And then you're going to take an inhale. Palms up towards the sky. Extend, straighten both knees. Reach up. Inhale, full breath. And then exhale. Arms go parallel again. Look forward, right hand. And we'll do that for 2 more rounds of breathing. Inhale. Slow it down with your breathing. Exhale. Warrior 2, where we just left. And we'll do 1 more of those. And exhale. Awesome. From here, we're going to rotate ourselves so that we are in a wide-legged stance. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I mean, take everything forward facing the long edge of your mat. So now you have all of your toes facing forward, or just at like 10 and 2 o'clock if it feels more comfortable in your body. And you have a lot of space between your 2 legs. That is helpful to get a nice big stretch into your groin here. Let's do this nice and slow to start off. So put a little micro bend into your knees and then literally just tip yourself over and bend your knees as much as you need to get your weight into your hands. Hands have got to touch the ground. Otherwise, you're just floating around and it kind of, I mean, just simply said, it really sucks. It feels really uncomfortable. So keep yourself rooted. You have 4 limbs, 2 hands, 2 feet on the ground. Crown of the head goes straight down towards the ground. And you want to, as best you can, just work into this. Meaning, if your knees are really bent right now, you're slowly just focusing on keeping your torso in that down direction, but maybe just straightening your knees a millimeter or an inch, half an inch, whatever you want to do. Feel into that, but keep your 4 points of contact. You can even kind of bend your knees more and then slowly straighten them and see kind of like, you know, your limit, where you're at, how that feels. Okay, let's do that. Just be here however you are for another like 2 or 3 breaths. Working into some good back of the body stretching, into the kind of groin, up into your hamstrings and bum kind of stretching going on. And then we're going to slowly come back up. Our best way to come back up is put a good old bend into both knees and then just slowly roll up. So feel really rooted and grounded through both legs. Very good for feeling calm and relaxed. Roll up until your head is stacked back on top of your body. And then we were just doing warrior 1 in 1 position. Sorry, warrior 2 in 1 position. Now we're going to just pivot and do the same posture, warrior 2, but facing the back of our mat now. So you got to take your left toes, left knee, face it towards the back of your mat and bend that knee. Your right leg, which is the one that's behind you, is straight and toes are perpendicular to each other. Pubic bone, belly button, sternum, nose forward or on the long edge of the mat, arms parallel. Look over your left hand. Stay here for a moment. Let's just get a little bit of heat. And then we'll do the 3 rounds of breath with a little bit of movement. So pay attention to your breathing. And then on your next inhale, you're going to go palms up towards the sky, straighten 2 legs, extend your arms up, 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 up. Nice slow breath. Exhale, warrior 2. All the breath exits your body. Make sure that that's happening. 2 more. Inhale. 2 legs straight, 2 arms straight. Exhale, warrior 2. Really like nail and kind of fall into this position. Feel that you're there before you go again. Inhale and exhale. Great. Now your way out of your warrior twos, we're going to go back into the forward fold that we were in and just take it up a notch. So you're going to straighten your both legs, pivot 2 feet so that you have 10 toes facing this long edge of the mat. And you can, again, like just open up your feet a little bit, keep a lot of space between your legs. Excuse me. And we're going to go into airplane pose, which we've done before. Airplane pose is another kind of just, it's a great stretch, but it also requires effort and muscle. So we're going to make ourselves into an airplane that looks like this, low V. Put a little bend into your knees again. I want you to really feel like you're tipping yourself straight forward. And then you can put your arms up, squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. Keep the back of your neck long. So if you're looking at me, I'll let you know if I move. So you're just getting a nice good stretch and keeping a straight spine, a lengthening going on in your spine from your pelvic floor through your whole torso in and out your head. And you're breathing. And from here, we're going to come into some twisting. Twisting here feels really good. How we're going to do that is we're going to first reach for our right leg with our left hand. So you're going to reach across your body, left arm to the outside of your right ankle, left arm outside of your right ankle. Get your free hand, which is your right hand, just on your bum, like on the top of your pelvis. Get out of the way. Make sure you don't just lean all your weight into your right foot. Keep your weight balanced through both legs still, and pull yourself nice and gently with a lot of softness. Don't yank, but you're pulling yourself towards your right knee. Breathing it out here. It's really important that you don't get too excited by that like good grip that you may have. Let your body breathe, relax into this. There may be some shaking going on, and that's fine as long as it doesn't hurt. And then you're going to slowly come up, pass through airplane, super straight, solid spine. Keep your gaze down, shoulders away from your ears. This is really good back strengthener while you're getting a nice good stretch into your legs. And then let's switch to the other side. Right hand crosses to the outside of your left ankle. Right hand to your left ankle. Right hand, left ankle. Head relaxed. Free hand, left hand down by your bum. Get it out of the way. And just slowly work into this stretch. So you're gently pulling your torso or your nose towards your knee. You're not yanking. You're just going in that direction. You're just headed in that kind of vector, but you don't need to pull and push yourself around. It's really important that we don't do that. All right, one more breath here. Then you can put your hands on the ground and you're going to just walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Just walk your hands towards the top of your mat and you're going to find yourself in a lunge. So if I came from my wife, doing this on a carpet's not my best idea. When you're in a wide-legged stance, you're just walking your hands towards the top of your mat. So you're framing your front foot and you're just going to drop down into a nice lunge to get a nice big groin stretch on your left hip. So front hip flexor, kind of groiny like stretch on the left hip. Your right foot is in front. Straighten your back knee as much as you can. Then you're going to drop your left knee on the ground. Feel like there's a magnet from your pelvic floor, like your pubic bone to your front heel. You're going to stay as low as you can. Find your balance, put weight in that front leg, and inhale your arms up to straight. Been here a few times before. Relax here, just inhaling, exhaling, softening anything that feels rigid. One more breath. Hands are going to come on the exhale down to the ground. And you're just going to make your way back to a kneeling position so we can just get this lunge action on the other side. So let's just come up into a tall kneeling position, meaning you're on your knees, both knees just up here. You're going to bring your left leg forward. First, let's go into that runner's lunge. So your left leg is forward, your back leg is your right leg is straight. Get a nice good stretch into this runner's lunge. Your front leg, your right leg, your front leg, your left leg is the one that's in front with your knee and your ankle in line. Back leg is totally straight. Your right leg is totally straight. Nice long neck. Then you can drop your back knee. Once you drop your back knee, you can kind of push your pelvis forward towards your front heel. Find your balance, not by like leaning backwards into your back knee, which most people have a tendency to do, which just hurts your back knee. Push your front foot down, like stamp on the ground like you're going up a steep hill. You get your balance. Once you have that, inhale your arms up. Take like 3 smooth breaths here. And then we're headed down to the ground to finish this off. So exhale your hands onto the ground. Pull this front leg back. So you're in a nice kneeling position. Sit on your bum, scooch onto the ground, lay flat on your back. I think that you can see me. I'm just gonna make sure I can see myself. My laptop is on fire. Lay down on your back. And because it's yoga, hang out here for a second. It's really important that we don't just push and force our bodies into all these shapes and do all these crazy things and be totally absent-minded to the fact that there's a relaxation opportunity here. There's a calmness that can happen. So always when you're doing yoga, make sure you leave a little bit of wiggle room to like hang out and enjoy the moment. All right, we're going to finish with a twist, a rotation. Get that spine in a nice twist, kind of wringing out effect. So how we're going to get there? Let's do my favorite one because I feel like we're pretty warm. I feel pretty stretched out today. Let's roll onto our left side, like a fetal position, like we're laying in bed, except for I want you to really make sure that your knees are up pretty high. So your knees are not down at 45 degrees. Pull your knees up to at least 90. They don't have to be in a tiny little curled up ball, but make them at least 90 or slightly higher. Straight arms, palm to palm. Inhale your right arm up to the sky. And just keep it going. Make yourself into a nice big rigging out towel-like shape. T-shape with your arms. Looking over in that direction to the right. Breathing into the twist. This one's a nice one to settle into. Take 3 more good breaths here, and then we'll go to the other side, but just enjoying the moment. Catch yourself when you're thinking about everything else but this. Bring yourself back to the feeling of what's going on in your body, the feeling of your breathing. And then to come to the other side, you're just gonna slowly make your way in whatever speed feels comfortable to you onto your back. Feet are on the ground, knees are bent. Fetal position on the other side. Roll onto your right side. I'm gonna face you in a second. Sorry for having my back to you. You're gonna go palm to palm, elbows are straight, arms are straight. Keeping your knees stacked. Inhale, pull that left arm up and around towards the ground. Making a nice big twist. Looking towards your left hand. And just hanging out here for 5 or 6 breaths. Doing nothing but breathing. Paying attention to your breathing, I guess, is a better way to say it. And sensation. What are you feeling? Keep your mind like anchored in something that's happening right now. All right, finish off this. One more breath. Come to lay on your back. And if you can, like I always say, hang out here for longer. That would be awesome. But you can slowly sit yourself back up. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to win $50 right now. So if you were going to roll around on the ground, do it in 1 minute. Oh gosh, where did my light go? Sorry. Maybe that's slightly better. That's not much. All right. So the deal for the $50 win that happens once a week is I ask you a single question. So I think that everyone's probably at their computer close now that I just explained that. The question is, July, what is the challenge for our cookbook? What is it? The best blank. What are we looking for in the month of July? I don't know where this light is. It's like blasted with light when we're doing yoga, and now it's super dark. So it is like grill and barbecue, and so you win $50 again. Casey, I've heard you just been like smoking. You're getting like all the wins, like all the goodies. So thank you for participating and, you know, earning all of these points and getting all this stuff. It's nice to have you here paying attention. So congrats on that. Well done. And I'll see you for class tomorrow. We're doing a workout, not a circuit, but just a body workout, body weight workout. All right. Have a good night.